Let me turn myself up. What's happening, you guys? How you doing? Happy Friday. My goodness gracious. We're going to be playing a little bit of Project Zomboid today. 10 years later, we're going to use the mod and whatnot. And what does this say? Wow. That's kind of weird. I just noticed I'm like on my YouTube screen and it was telling me that I could insert ads. So I'm not going to insert ads, but I could, I guess. That's really kind of a new thing. How y'all doing today? Arcania, Norm Slater, Stinky Meatbag, Slater Days Gaming, Philip Collins, Dude Man, Sidus, GSDF. My goodness, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. Zombies apparently don't degrade over 10 years. Would think bite chances would be non-existent unless there's a dentist Zambi ambling about. Exactly. Dr. Mutilated, what's happening? Gremlin DK, Ian, Mark Norton. What? Who else? Fergal. Everybody's here today. Amazing. KPK. It's good to see you, Kiku. Let's go ahead and try to get started here. We might I might take a little bit of a break later on and talk about this new Zomboid because I want to fanboy over that. I was gonna do it early, but I think I'm gonna do it like mid-section, provided that we even die. Today is a day. It is a day. Today is the day. Alani, Lugo, good to see you, my friend. C5 North, Colin G. Everybody's here. Deadeye Dix, Patrick NT. My goodness, everybody's coming out of the woodwork. Sorry about yesterday, y'all. I was, I have to, on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, I'm having to take my daughter to library at like 12:30-ish. And that kind of like coincides with my time. So yesterday I just took a break and was like, well, I'll just do a little bit of something. And of course I did a little bit of something, a lot of bit of nothing. I guess I have no discipline, I suppose. I don't know. All right, so mods. We have a lot of car mods here. We got 10 years later. That's going to be the thing that changes the world to 10 years later. A lot of people say it looks like Last of Us. And I've seen a couple servers that have this mod on here. To make this work, we're going to use Barricaded Worlds as well, which will basically make things look run down as hell. And we're also going to use Worst Vehicle Condition. Let me turn this off. That cheat menu. I use the cheat for you that are content creators that are looking for ways to orchestrate stuff. Cheat menu is great. Cheat menu is great for orchestrating stuff, like whether it's like like thumbnails or like you're just trying to set up something to like make things a little bit more interesting. It's a great mod for those of you that do that stuff. Okay, so we have Disinfector Die. I'm going to keep that on. Dylan's Tiles, Dylan Sensible, Zombie Loot. That actually adds things to zombies. And we're going to need that because we are also going to be using... I know somebody was like, you don't want to make rare loot. But guess what? I'm making rare loot. We're doing ridiculously rare. We're going to go ahead and just do it all the way. We might end up next week messing around with Project Russia, which is like the largest PZ map according to what they say. Might be interesting. We're also going to take a look at RV interior. That adds an interior to an RV. So we find an RV, we can maybe play around with that as well. Research Facility, Kentucky, Fordville, Riverside Fire Department, ridiculously rare. There we go. No car would work. I know, right? You're right, Ian. You're right. Hello, have a good stream. I see no ridiculously rare loot or something like that. Tired of hunting for every screw? No, we're doing ridiculously rare loot, yo. We are doing ridiculously rare loot. I'm gonna make sure that everything else is here. A little side note: my private server that's on my Discord. We're probably gonna do a redo. I was asking chat, in the sponsors what they wanted, and they were kind of mixed between Snakes Mod, which we're gonna revisit that, as well as a Sprinter. So I might do a normal population Sprinters with Snakes Mod. You're crazy, rare loot. I give you 5 minutes, Mark Norton. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not a whole thing. It's just a matter of us figuring out what we can do and what we can't do. Rush map is still heavily work in process. Basically, Dolgo, Prony, and a few other towns around are finished. That's it. So it's kind of like Cherbourg, I guess. All right, let's go with the solo. Who wants to come on down to the Hungry Hound? We're going to go ahead and just do this. Where should we start? Where do you guys want to start? We'll go ahead and rather than just do a random start, we're going to choose someplace, right? Where would you like to start? Just start with a backpack as it's 10 years later. I could do that. Sprinters do not play well with multiplayer. Well, I was watching Lamprey's server, and it did okay, KPK, just as long as you don't increase the... you don't increase it too high. Now, granted, it might be... You want to do the bunker? North Peak? Problem with the bunkers, I'm going to have to do sprinters to spice it up. Mm-hmm. Where is North Peak? It's a collection of islands. We probably won't be able to... Only way we'll be able to do that is to actually have to do the other things. What's up, just in case? Good to see you. Ekron. Ekron's a possibility. Right in the middle of everything. We'll do it. All right, I'm going to go to Dave Says, and we're going to cut this down to very high. Not insane, but very high. We'll start in June. This will give us a chance, if we want to actually forge and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and turn off all of this. We don't need that. We'll go ahead and do never on house alarm frequency. There's no reason for that. Locked house frequency is very often. Doesn't really, none of this really matters, right? Months since the apocalypse, we might as well just go 12. It doesn't really matter. We'll turn fire spread on, pitch black darkness during night. Initial gas station amount, we're going to go very low. Even though 10 years later, the gas wouldn't even work anyway, so. Nature's abundance is abundant. Sadistic, we'll go ahead and do never on the helicopter just because it seems pretty rare. Extremely rare. Very often randomized house stories, vehicle stories, zone stories. We'll keep that right there. All of that's on extremely rare. Bone fracture. Yeah. All that stuff is fine. Disinfect urgency. So we have a disinfection stuff. We'll just go ahead and hit that for low. This is disinfect or die. I'm going to turn off this mini map because I hate it. So kind of realistic, kind of not. I mean, let's be real here. If 10 years later the cars would not work, but I still think that it's that'll give us a chance at least, right? Population peak day. Kind of on the fence here. Remember with the Yachtstar mod, the boats do not actually spawn at these island locations. So if you spawn on one, you're stuck. Yeah, that's what I figured. What's up, Abba? How you doing? You can only do sprinters in multiplayer if everyone has low ping or you're dead before you know it. Pit stop. I've been tweaking 10 years later settings and mods for about 2 weeks now. Have you really, Sidus? What's going to make the world look a lot more interesting, that's for sure. Scent of Blood. We got Scent of Blood as well. How do you hate the menu? That's someone with no orientation. It's a must. Well, I mean, I just figured that rather than like, I mean, what are you, a walking GPS? Now, you could like take a look at the map elsewhere. So we're going to do Ekron. Is that right? Are you guys cool with that? All right, I'm going to make a park ranger. It's going to give me a +1 axe, +1 carpentry, +2 in foraging and trapping. And we're also going to do a, we're obviously going to take herbalist. I'm going to do a hunter. And we'll make him strong. No, we'll make him stout. There we go. 24. We'll be short. I don't want to do short-sighted. Slow reader, weak stomach. Prone to illness. Smoker. High thirst. Slow healer. Like I need to do one more thing. I need a 2. Give me a 2, baby. But there's nothing I want to give up. Absolutely nothing I want to give up. How long is your longest survival? Intellectual? I don't know. I mean, you know, the problem with answering that question, the problem with answering the question of like how long I last really boils down to, you know, anytime I can last longer than a certain point, I always like up the ante. You know what I mean? So like if I was to do apocalypse, I mean, the problem with me doing something like apocalypse is I'd live too long. I'd live too long for me to be, I would lose interest, right? And anytime I've ever had like anything longer than I guess a 7 or 8 month run, I've always like been like, you know, because you know, the fun part is the very beginning for me, you know? And like I've always argued in terms of like, you know, you hear people say that the problem with Project Zomboid is once you get to mid game, it kind of gets boring. Well, the idea is to not get to mid game. You know what I mean? If you can make it hard enough to where it's not mid game. Now we're doing very high populations, which basically means that we'll be doing a lot of fighting, but we won't be doing only fighting. You know, Barricaded Worlds changes things a bit. I imagine 10 years later is going to change things a bit. Worst vehicle condition, anything. I basically do anything I can do to slow down the movement to there. You last 5 minutes usually, yeah. Was hoping for a warmer welcome back. What's up, Hunk? How you doing, man? Welcome, my friend. Is that a welcome, a warmer welcome back? The warmest, baby. Ada, it's a free point. Take blood fear. Man, the problem with hemophobic is that you'll get depressed really quick. And remember, we're doing ridiculously rare loot, so I would really like to. So we're doing herbalist, right? That's gonna give us almost an immediate way to find food. Stout, hunter, our aiming is up, our axe is up, carpentry will be up, fitness is okay, foraging will be up. We're at level 2 on foraging. Scrapping is at level 3. Short blade, so a short blade and our axe are gonna be our 2 things. Yeah, man, missed you while I was gone for like months. I know, Hunk, man. Where have you been, baby? That super rare loot is going to be a killer, in my opinion. Yeah, it always is. I'm not going to... Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and do Speed Demon as well. I was really hoping to maybe get out... Cat's Eyes are Outdoorsman, but it doesn't look like we're going to do that, so... We'll go ahead and do Speed Demon. Unless I want to do something down here. But see, the only thing I can see is maybe short-sighted. I don't want to do hard of hearing. Don't want to do disorganized. Don't want to do claustrophobic. I could do agoraphobic. Could do hardy appetite. Could do underweight. But see, the problem with underweight is I don't think that once you lower your thing, I don't think that that fitness debuff ever goes away. Could do thin-skinned. Well, that would probably get me killed pretty quick. Huh. You know, playing guitar on the road and singing to the moon. Have you been playing guitar? Are you touring in a band? Or are you just playing in it? Outdoorsman is good, yes. Why not short-sighted? Let's just do short-sighted. We'll go Outdoorsman. And I'll just do Speed Demon for the hell of it. All right, who wants to come on down to Hungry Hound? Should we make a male or a female? Hello from Argentina. I like your content. Sorry about my bad English. No worries, Deke. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Get comfortable, baby. Thin-skinned. Thin-skinned will be a quick one. Scent of Blood been making my character almost die for a week now. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens because we're going to have lots of foliage that we're going to have to get through. A fisherman. Mr. Simon, you can come on down, baby. Oh, you know what? We'll do Kiku. I know you didn't volunteer, but you're getting volunteered anyway. Grease back. We'll go ahead and give you, I don't know. Let's see. Grungy behind the ears. No, let's see. Grungy parted. There we go. Giddy up. Is overweight that bad? Overweight really... The problem with overweight and underweight, I'm not really 100% sure that this is right. But I think that you don't lose those fitness debuffs. We're in Ekron, baby. I don't know what we're going to do here. In the meat grinder I go. We're going to get to check it out, baby. What a crappy house. Oh, I forgot I have Super Survivors on, don't I? How'd you set the population to? Very high. Man, I just hate the fact that I forgot about. Ugh. That I just completely forgot that I have super survivors on here. Get wrecked. Good job, man. Look at this. We're all suited up and ready to go. Zombies never age. I like very high population over insane pop because very high is actually bearable. I know, right? So with insane population, it's almost like unbearable. I'm just kind of noticing that I have holes all over the place. These are magical zombies that never seem to rot beyond a certain point. I know, right? Yeah, not a good one. Which way are we going to go, y'all? Oh, we got new Akron, too. This is not getting. It can be explained that zombies don't rot because the decomposers don't feed on the infected flesh. Oh, boy. This is Dylan's new Akron, so there's probably going to be an insane amount of zombies here. We're just going to get out of town. Insane pop is what the Pros Pro has for breakfast. Well, you know, to be honest with you, I actually prefer lower pops. More so now. I've actually talked about it a little bit because insane pops, all you're doing is fighting. Now, granted, that might be all that we do here as well. I'm going south, man. See if there's a Scooby snack in one of these. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Either that or will there actually be grass growing in houses after only 10 years? Probably so, Silent Ninja. Erosion happens really quick because you got to think. I mean, as a homeowner, I can tell you that you know, we've been in our house for I don't know, 15 years, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the siding that I have, the vinyl siding. So we have some vinyl siding on one side that's rotting a little bit. Well, that didn't take very long for that person to get eaten. God, we can't even see the road. What's your FPS? Let's take a look. 60. We're looking all right on FPS right now, partially because we don't have any survivors here. Now, I forgot that I have survivors on. I'm kind of wondering if I can turn it down. We honestly don't know where I am. I'm assuming that we're not on a road anymore. It's going to be rough. There's a road. After Chernobyl, the place was overgrown in 2 years. It didn't take very long. People think that it's going to take a lot longer than what it actually takes. It doesn't take very long for things to get overgrown. For sure. For sure. I mean, you don't realize the amount in maintenance of things like roads and stuff that happen. All right, east or west, y'all? All right, let's go to options here. We'll go with ultra low. There we go. I wasn't trying to make this a super survivor event. What does this sign say? Look, it's me! Oh, look, they ate him. They ate Leo. See if I can go grab that bag. We're still alive. Not anymore. Shit. Move them back. Just want to get far enough back where I can go. Hey, what's happening? There you go. Cool. We're good. There we go. Weed Whacker's that a mod? Thanks so far and wide. Yeah, this on multiplayer, it's not. I can make it on multiplayer. We got a private server. I could actually do this. This is actually just a regular single player thing. I like single player better for streaming. The reason why, basically, is because we can I can actually I can pause this and talk and stuff like that, even in when I'm in the hairiest conditions without when we're not in multiplayer, it makes it damn near impossible. We can go down this way. I need to find water. So they have NPCs now? No, they don't. This is actually just a mod. I didn't mean to turn it on. I forgot that I had it on. I was actually what is this? Cool. We got bourbon. We got chips. Not a bad start. What's up, Karen? Hope you didn't bring the dogs with you. I think you did. You gonna get me killed? That might get me killed. Let's go grab some water. Looks pretty quiet. 10-year-old chips, tasty. I know from what I've heard, NPC mod doesn't function with snakes mods. Do you know which exactly your entire batch is cursed with incompatibility? I don't. I'm just like you. I like kind of like pick and choose. You know what I mean? Like we did NPCs the last stream I did because I just wanted to see what it's changed. We've been here before. I think I died here. Be nice if we could find. Did he have? I didn't even check to see if maybe they. Yeah, there's a digital watch right there. Go ahead and wear that. 1420. We're dealing with pitch black nights as well. Large backpack. Good old 10-year ham. Not sure if maybe we should go. Even canned food would be pretty gross after 10 years, you think? NPC plus guns, all security your base will need. I know, right? I don't think the NPCs are very smart. Now, we could use a flashlight as well because we're going to deal with super dark nights, so I don't know what to expect. But I guess we'll just go south. I'm going to go ahead and disinfect just in case, because we have disinfect or die. Oh, that's I was wondering why. I was like, why is that taking forever? Get wrecked, zombie. Got matches. Yeah, we might have to stay there. I don't know if I want to risk... I'm not 100% sure if I want to risk being out here in pitch black night. What should I do, y'all? Should I stay in this building up here, or should I just keep moving on? There's a YouTuber called Stever MR, and he just eats old MREs. You would be surprised what can go bad. Plastic cheese, spam. It all goes bad eventually. It's the dry stuff that crackers that last forever. Isn't that crazy? Anything canned in brine would last 10 years. Same as pickled food. Digital watch's battery would be dead after 10 years too. Yes, you're right. You're right. So we can't get it exactly like it is. Now, once Project Zomboid developers actually build this, build 42 and beyond, they're going to have like a lot of new stuff. And we're going to revisit that. We're going to fanboy over there, Thursdoid over here in about an hour or so. And then we'll jump back up here. Stay till the morning. Pickled would be the way to go. Honey pickles and Twinkies would be fine to enjoy. 125 people watching, 55 thumbs up. If you guys are enjoying this, by all means, give me a thumbs up. It actually helps the channel. That's what I've been told. Yeah, we're going to stay here. It's 1,500 hours. And I forgot, I thought when we were spawning in Ekron, I forgot we were spawning in, oh, look at this. Wow. Strong zombie. All right, where are you, baby? Probably upstairs. There's one right there. He's about fat fingered that. Woo! Is that stuff on there? No. Yeah, we can go ahead and fill up all of our empty bottles. Fucking survivors, man. Well, nothing to read, but whatever. We got food. We're looking good. Where should we stay? I think we're gonna come all the way over here. This has a something right here that we can stay at. And let's go ahead and start to redo our stuff here. Fucking crazy people. The interiors are so cool. Proves the strength of nature. I know, right? I think we can actually... We can remove vegetation if we wanted to. Now, like, they didn't have this part before, but now we can kind of, like, make things a little bit, make it feel like more like home, you know? Now, in order for this vegetation to grow, you would think that it would need, like, make sure I'm not adding something to myself. Welcome to the jungle! Yeah, someone's out there shooting. I forgot I had Super Survivors on. It's gonna make things a little bit more interesting, you know? We'll stay here for the day, for the night, and then maybe press on. Go head south. Indeed, it's a sweet haircut. Yeah, it's I think they updated this just recently. Sweet haircut, my ass.
God's Ghost Guy super chatted $1.99. Sweet haircut.
Thank you very much. Is there bots or NPCs? This is bots, Mansell. I forgot that I had I didn't mean to do it, but it's on now, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just do what we have to do here and just kind of hang out. Now we're gonna hang out here for the night. We're at New Ekron Inn. This is where we're at right here. This is New Ekron, y'all. Playing with the ridiculously rare loot, worst vehicle condition, barricaded worlds, of course, 10 years later mod. Those are the main ones. And of course, we also have the survivor mod on accident because I forgot I did it last time. But we're going to wait here because we're also playing with pitch black nights and I don't have any way of, I don't have a flashlight yet. So I can't like, I really can't take a chance. Now, hopefully nothing comes in, because if something comes in, we're screwed. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Damn it! It's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me fast forward, is it? Of course, I'm getting bored. Interesting mod so far. Yeah, it is. My poop has corn in it. You should eat the corn, man. It's kind of crazy. You don't really think about this. Like you know, everybody talks about like fiber and stuff like that. Like that means something to you. All it does is it cleans out your insides. You know what I'm saying? So like you can have like you could eat. I guess you could eat rocks and get the same effect, right? Because it's you're not digesting it. You know, things like asparagus and stuff. Do you actually get a lot of nutrients out of it, or does it just kind of like wash right through you? Kind of a weird deal. Why can't you fast forward it in this circumstance? Because there's a a super survivor. Unfortunately. What does this do? Oh, this lets me move up. Man, they're going to draw everybody to me, but that's all right. See if I'll be able to sleep. Can't do anything. This might make me tired. I'm inebriated. Fiber slows down, speeds up the digestive process. Yeah, right? That's where I term go pound rocks comes from. Maybe, I don't know. Soluble versus insoluble fiber, right? All right, go to sleep, baby. Man. Get. Yeah, that right there, that's not a good sign. But we're going to get out of here. I think they're probably just right inside. As long as we don't get shot, we'll be fine. Got to chug them beers, baby. Oh, maybe he had something on him. Let's just roll. Just that survivor's going in. I know he was. Nothing like waking up in the middle of the night and chugging 3 beers. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, man. All this gunfire and stuff is keeping me up, you know? I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black. So we're gonna just head down this way. Because I reset it down to extremely low, or extremely rare for super survivors. So once we're out of Ekron, I imagine that the amount will be a lot less. What's up, Cloud the Nightmare? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. How are you today? I'm doing pretty damn well, man. I woke up and was still breathing. That's a good day in my book. Of course, it's locked. Continue south. Let's go. Let's just continue south. Now, we have a lot of map mods here, so there's no telling what we're going to run into. Of course, I have Pit Stop. I have Grapeseed, Refordville. A couple other ones up north. We have St. John's Farm. A lot of different mods. All praise King Jesus. What's happening, man? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Who's shooting? That would be an NPC. That's very dumbly shooting. In fact, I guess he was like a hostile because the forced PvP came on as soon as I stepped out. But we managed to get away. Now, when I was playing with the NPCs before, this last time, we had issues with they ended up shooting us. And you know, if you get shot in this scenario, because I'm using Disinfect or Die as well as they smell blood, You're fucked. You're done. You might as well just hang it up. We got to find a place a little bit off the beaten track here. It's a shitty mod that will get you killed. Really? What is... I bet your CPU hates you. No, it's actually okay. We're at 58, 60 FPS. You guys can keep up with it up here. Ain't so bad. Yep, every day above ground is a good day. How's your plan with the podcast doing? I have not started working on it yet. I'm kind of like letting it like the hamsters roll a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do it, what kind of resources I want to spend on it, how much time I want to do it, whether it's feasible with the amount of with what I'm doing, currently. Or whether it's something that I probably need to kind of like... I mean, I don't know if I have enough time. What is that? Okay. Fuck. We'll hold off. I'm gonna keep walking. Those were just survivors that I was like digging. He has a NASA CPU. I do far and wide game. Someone was asking not too long ago what kind of computer I have. I have a 3090 GPU, an i9 CPU, 64 gigs of RAM, GDDR5 RAM. Got issues with stairs and floors that'll get you trapped. Okay. Well, that's a shame because that would actually have been a kind of a cool place to kind of visit and take a look at. Love when the world gets overgrown like this. Have to try this this mode. Closest in game I came to, it was surviving for about 1.5 years before updates made my save file extinct. Well, this will like just teleport you 10 years later. We're gonna go north. Fuck. Yep, they're coming. The one challenge with this one is I can't really tell where I'm at. Ah, shit. Maybe they'll get sidetracked. Looks like they did. You could play Unreal 5 with that that rig. Yeah, I can play pretty much anything I want to play with. Now, I was thinking about, like, I know that I had some people asking me about it. Like, I was on Twitch on a guy named Adanomics stream. He does Project Zomboid streams. A friend of mine, if you're ever on Twitch, you should look into following him and watching his streams. He's pretty good. He does a lot of 16 times populations type stuff. But anyway, I was on there and I saw some people that I hadn't seen in forever because, I'm no longer on Twitch, and they were like, yeah, Drunk, you should, I've missed you since you're no longer on Twitch. I've been on YouTube full time for like since January, right? And I told them, I was like, well, I've been thinking about multi-streaming, just saying fuck the affiliate contract. I'm just going to do it until they tell me I can't do it. That kind of a thing. Thought about doing that, and what I wonder, like, we applied this, but I wonder if it's let's quit this. I mean, the super survivors make things interesting, but I don't know. Ultra low. I'm going to see if maybe this works. I was thinking about doing it, but okay, so there are two ways that I could do that, right? One of them would be with a service called Restream, which basically allows you to set up everything and kind of like restream according to how you want. We're gonna have to find a place to sleep. The problem with that is that all my alerts, my Twitch alerts and stuff, which are very obnoxious because it's a different platform. The problem would be
Harvey Vecmo subscribe to the channel.
Harvey Vecmo, thank you, Moy, Harvey Vecmoy. Thank you so much for or Harvey Vecmoy. How about that? Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. This could be a place right here. I think I'm going to keep moving forward though. The problem with that is the alerts. Like I have alerts for YouTube, I have alerts for Twitch, and suddenly, you know, when you're restreaming, when you do a restream off the same instance, OBS instance, then suddenly you're gonna get like a lot of like alerts, right? And what I could do is I could shut it off, right? But people like to hear their name. People like to, you know, for all that stuff, for all intents and purposes, they like that kind of stuff, right? So, you know, it wouldn't be so obnoxious if I was just straight up streaming on YouTube and then I deleted the streams. But people that watch me afterwards, the VODs afterwards, they would be very annoyed by it, I think, because it would be a lot of like, you know, dinging and stuff like that. That would kind of break the immersion. In fact, I've tried to do it before and I've had people say that. The other option I could do, right, is basically run 2 OBS instances. OBS is what is the platform that I use to stream. And basically, it connects me to the YouTube's ingest server, and I'm able to stream with this. But I can't do 2 streams at one time unless I do 2 OBS settings. Now, my computer will handle that. I'm pretty confident that my computer could handle that. What I'm not so confident about is whether I'd have enough upload speed to be able to run both at the same time. And that way, what I would end up happening is that I'd wind up having two chat windows, which is already hard enough for me with one chat window. But I'd have 2 chat windows going on at the same time. We gotta find a place to stay. There's another house. I might go over here. That looks good enough. Think I can take them, y'all? Might not be able to take them.
Gaunt's Ghost Guy super chatted $1.99. What is this nerd talking about nerd things?
Thanks for the super chat, Triple G. Yeah, it is nerdy things, right? But I'm just like kind of like trying to decide, like if I do end up doing Twitch together, I'm just wondering if I can round these guys up. Because right now there's just too many, right? But I think I can round these guys up. And maybe move them down here. Don't normally do this. There we go. And just loop around. He doesn't only make bad decisions. Only 13 more likes. We can get to 100. Really? My goodness, y'all. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, by all means, give me a thumbs up. Now, this can could end very quickly if I get scratched. I really got to watch myself here. There we go. So we're going to push them back this way, and then I'm going to come back and investigate that house. It's 1,800 hours. It's going to get dark here shortly, so we just until we find a flashlight, we're pretty much stuck having to do it this way. Light a fire, you got nothing left to lose, right? Or we're going to push them back here. And then I turn her back around. My kingdom for a flamethrower. Being a park ranger gives you a better chance of not getting scratched. Yeah. That's one of the benefits, I guess. Now, they'll probably migrate back over here, but right now, this is what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to take a chance here. Man, it's so gross. Get wrecked, homie. Bitches get stitches. So crappy. Go and rest. Just 5 more likes to the goal of 100. Very nice. Thank you, Nelly Sings, for keeping up. Looking very winded there, Mr. Streamer. They're going to follow you, Mr. Streamer. I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. Drunk, go find a car fast. We need Mark Norton to press the like button. Oh, my goodness. Well, we've just worn out like a lot of stuff here. Amazing, man. Just 5 more. We've only been on for like an hour. That's pretty freaking crazy, man. I mean, like when Project Zomboid was like humming along, like back in like I guess January or whatever, we would get to 100 pretty quick. But I mean that's a record time for 1 hour. For 1 hour, that's pretty good. We made it. Thank you very much, you guys, for getting me to 100. Now let's go for 2. What map are you playing on, Zolty? I'm playing on. This is actually it's very modded. We are like right on the outskirts. I'll show you here. Let me show you where we're at. So this is New Ekron right here. We're right here. And as you can see, we started in Ekron. I forgot when I spawned in Ekron. I thought we were going to spawn in Old Town Ekron, but this is that part of I forget the guy who makes Pit Stop, made Pit Stop and Grapeseed. This is part of his mod. His map mod, and that's just a massive amount of zombies because these map modders create however many zombies they want. We're doing with super high populations. We have lots of map mods on here. Primarily, the big difference for us is going to be we're using a 10 years later mod, which obviously creates vegetation all the way around. We're using Barricaded World, which completely debilitates the houses. And we're also using worse vehicle condition. So there's those 3 things. Foreign Wife gifting those 5 Drunkonlife memberships. Very good. Little girl, you got very well deserved, you guys. Salvatore, Smoking GM, and all the seashell. Very nice. Dylan, thank you for a guy. I know I've actually talked to Dylan. He's a good guy. I just haven't the name was escaping me. So if you guys want to, one of the things that you for the new memberships, okay? Obviously, you can use the emotes. There's emotes down in your emote slot, right? There's like beautiful pictures of me waving and doing all sorts of cringy stuff. But also, you can, if you join my Discord and you connect your YouTube account to Discord, it'll open up a sponsor area where you can play on my private server, which we're about to change. I'm probably going to do a Snakes mod server next. With maybe a Snakes mod server with maybe sprinters, normal populations. What's up, Burrell? How you doing? Hey, Namek, we were just talking about you, brother. How the hell are you? We're playing with a lot of the same mods that you were playing with on Lamprey server. Is it possible to rebuild a car? Yes, it is. It's just gonna take a hot minute, man. It's good to see you, my friend. I got your message, man, but go in peace, dude. Hope that surgery works out for your wife and all that, man, because that's a tough place to be. But you know, you're getting through it, and that's all that matters. Do we have any food? Got some chips. The baseball bat is looking pretty good. We have a little place out here that we can take a look at. I might try to. We have 2 water bottles. I might try to go ahead and get some more bottles going, like water. Why was I being spoken about? I think I was talking about me going over to Twitch and me talking to you and stuff, and me telling people, and people can verify this. I told people that if they're on Twitch, they should sub to you. They should subscribe to your channel, and you know, if Twitch is their thing, you know. 150 people watching. It's crazy. You know, one of the things that I'm learning with YouTube that's different than Twitch is that thumbnails and drive interest more than anything else. So it's really like if you want to do like things that are you don't want to just do like a let's play. You know what I'm saying? You got to like really think it through. Like this is a 10 years later. I don't know if it's going to be a one-off or not, but like the last time I did NPCs and, you know, kind of one of those things. I was hoping to give Abba one. It was random, I guess. Next month, Abba. I think Abba might actually have one, but I'm not sure. I think that the way that YouTube actually works is that it judges, it gives out things. Like gives out subs based on how often you're on and whether you talk and chat and stuff like that. So it does that first and then it goes backwards.
Super chatted $1.99. 1 whole hour of these nuts.
1 whole hour of these nuts. All right, so we'll sleep here and then we'll head back out. Now we're not playing with sprinters, Aiden. But we are playing with everything else. And we're just now starting, as you can see, 1 day and 12 hours. 22 zombies killed. What's up, honey banani? Good to see you. Isn't this just a 10 years later let's play? Yeah, well, Triple G, okay, shut up. It kind of is, but it spurs interest, okay? As opposed to like a regular playthrough. Hey, Drunk, I'm from Bavaria, Germany. I must say I don't know anything about this game, but I like watching you. By the way, you have an awesome voice. Hey, Marcus, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. One of those things that God gave me that I can be proud of, right? It's really weird. It took me like 30 years for like, I used to get people all the time, like when I was in my 20s, be like, yeah, you should be a radio announcer. You should be a sports caster or something like that. And you know, when I chose streaming 5 years ago, I guess, maybe 4 years ago, I chose it. I chose it because I was like, well, you know, maybe I should give this a shot. Now it ends up feeling a lot different, you know, being able to talk to the air and stuff. Like, I mean, granted, I'm talking to you guys, but you know, like if you guys weren't here, me trying to talk to nothing can be tough. Oh yeah, that's right. Adenomic, he makes a point. I think that is it 33% off at Aiden? I don't know. I think if you want Project Zomboid right now, if you're watching this VOD or if you're watching right now, like watching the stream, you can actually purchase this for I think it's 33% off for this week, I believe. We should get to be the pilot audience for your podcast. Man, I'm gonna work on it. I really am. That's one of the ideas. I just need to find I think I'm gonna need to find like a side co-host that can color commentate as well. I don't know. I'm working on it though, y'all. Working on it. 33% off. There we go. Down to like 10 pounds. Yeah, so it's like it's very well worth it. I have like 3,000 plus hours in this game. It's crazy. I'm gonna stand up, and stretch my legs for a minute. I've been on for about an hour and 10 minutes. And we will be fanboying over the Thursdoid coming up shortly. $10.37. Is that right? Would it be 10 pounds and 37 pence? Is that how you English talk stuff? But aren't there always multiple radio DJs so they can talk to each other too? Yeah, well, having that would be a good thing because it would allow you to kind of like I could take basically 10 interesting stories, right, and turn that into like just do 2 minutes a story. Be okay with it. Great. $2.50. We don't have sleeping pills in. I think I drank all my alcohol. I did. We're just gonna have to wait. Catching up to my 5,000. How well? Time to reinstall. It's like something.
Stefan Collar subscribed to the channel.
Mr. or Mrs. Collar, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Moving us one step closer to internet fame, fortune, and glory, and the road to 20,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate you. Come on in, take your shoes off, get comfortable, baby. I just reached my 1,000 hours, still love it. Yeah, Braun Dope, it's a great game. How the hell are you, Stefan? Another things that I'm learning with YouTube is that just because there's a sub, I think it's a site-wide sub. So like if they sub from another video, they might not even be here. It's kind of a weird thing. I think I might be completely off on that. Can I sleep yet? See, it's just too dark. That's a problem. Pitch black nights. Yeah, we're not tired enough to sleep. Let's fast forward. Well, fuck. I don't think I checked any of these rooms. Forging Volume 3. Where are we at right now? Go ahead and grab it. They're going to be all outside, aren't they? I'm finding you. I'm from Germany, watching you since a while now and enjoying your videos after work. Hey, Steph, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it really is. It really changes the whole, like, atmosphere, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Aiden? Well, I guess I can always eat some potatoes. A little potato out of a can. 6,600 hours and still loving it. It's amazing, ain't it? All right, let's go downstairs. One of the problems with all this vegetation is it makes it really, really difficult to see. Get wrecked, zombie. You guys have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in your pocket? Of course, it's locked. Can't get in. Damn it. All right, I guess we'll just mosey on down the road. You guys see anything on this? It's very green, gotta say. That might have food in it. I just don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, probably not worth it. Not worth the chance. Are you using a zombie skin mod? Scrap, I am. I think I'm using, oh gosh, what is it? Something, oh God, what is it? Adjustable Backpacks Plus. I can't remember the name of the mod. I have so many mods on here, you know? What would make this even cooler would be if they would make craters in the road and stuff, you know? So if you're driving, you'd have to really, really worry about that as well. That guy I was wanting. But I'm not gonna do this. We're just gonna keep going north. They look extra messed up. What to be used in Bron Dope? Are you talking about for this particular thing? It's 10 years later. 10 years later mod. But I would use Barricaded World with it as well because they will tear down houses and stuff. So it'd make it look like really... I mean, because, you know, the last thing you want is vegetation in, like, a house that looks brand new. You know what I mean? You want it to look like all hell erupted in the battle between vines and trees and... whatnot. This it won. You know, this your thing won. You know. I'd use that. I'd use worst vehicle condition as well. Worst vehicle condition, Barricaded World, and then 10 years later. And then if you want to make it harder, you could use Disinfect or Die, which requires you to disinfect your wounds anytime you're scratched. And of course, if you want to make it even harder than that, you really want to be a masochist, which is kind of like where I'm at always. Then you're gonna want to you want to add something called gosh, what is it? It's where they smell you if you're blood, like they smell blood or something like that. I want to find a house. I am using Disinfect and Die. Is it going to be possible to get a car? It will be possible to get a car. The challenge with the cars are going to be that most of the cars are going to be in bad condition. And see, we haven't really found anything because we're using ridiculously rare loot as well. That's going to be an issue too. But what I'm hoping that we can get up here. Maybe find someplace that we can what's that? Oh, it looks like a butter knife. That we can find a someplace where we can stay, spruce up the house, and start to work on returning back to a normal life. Scented blood, yeah, scent of blood. That's it. That is it. Yeah, I saw that scrap. I almost did that, but I was afraid that it would break the cars. And it only works for vanilla cars. So if you have other cars on there, then it's not going to work for those. Which I guess would be all right. They Smell Blood really is. I almost turned off They Smell Blood and was going to keep Disinfect and Die, or just do one of the two, but I just went ahead and just did both. Nine o'clock in the morning. Should we try to? Yeah, let's go down here and see what we have. Got an axe. Fuck. Stand on your friend. We're going to come back for that. Oh, that's a long driveway. Look at this guy hanging over the body that I want. What a putz. Come on, baby. Everybody wants some. Fucking A, man. Maybe very high was a little bit too high for this as well. Got it. There's a house right there. With a propane tank at that. The single. And a double. Oh, shit. Fucking Barricaded World. Get wrecked. Oh, shit. There's a lot of them up there, too. Well, hellfire. Jesus, man. Yeah, the problem with Barricaded World is that you don't know if you're gonna like if you're about to like walk into a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in through a door and it could be the only door that's not barricaded, and then you're fucked. You know. I have no idea where I'm at, y'all. I'm completely this world has completely disoriented me. This would never happen if you had the lucky trait. What are you talking about? Need a Molotov now. Yeah, this is just very high populations too, man. This isn't like like something like super serious, right? I mean, this is like very high. It's not insane zombie populations. But I got to be honest with you, it sure feels like insane populations. I mean, we're out in the rural area. We're out in the country, baby. And they're all just like hanging out. Like they haven't had a bite to eat in like 10 years or something. Like super starving. You're in Kentucky, I think. Thank you, Gremlin. I appreciate that. If he runs, he'll get exhausted, then he's screwed. Yeah, I know. I'm going to slow it down. Slow my roll down. We're just going west as far as we can. There are going to be a couple houses. We got 2 mods up north. We also have Ravens Creek or Redstone. Oh, no, you don't, zombie. Am I near Old Ekron? Is this where we're headed? Kind of feels like that. I get the impression that we're real close to we're in Ekron. But I can't tell. I have no clue. We actually might be in Frankfurt. I really need to find some place to rest. Rick Moser, maybe. I don't know. I know I'm out of food. $130 likes. Very nice. Very nice. It's amazing. Just goes to show you that there's like not a lot of rhyme or reason when it comes to YouTube, you know? I really do think that like if you ever want to do streams on YouTube, that you really... It's almost better to have like an agenda, you know. This is a road right here we're on, I think. I'm just kind of curious if my exertion's ever going to go away. I think I'm on a road. It's a new haircut you're rocking. You like my haircut? I do need to get a haircut. My wife was telling me just yesterday or last week. She was like, "Yeah, she was actually trying to She was pining for me to get a haircut before the vacation." I was like, "Yeah, probably not." Well, it looks like we're out of the thick of things. I wonder if I should go ahead and rest here for a second. It's 12:10. I just don't know if they're following me. Yeah, we're not on a road, are we? I just realized that we're not on a road. Ah, fuck me. Maybe we'll run into a road. I thought we were running through a road, but we're not. Let's rest for a second. What up, Drunk? My company just did its first corporate sponsorship for an EDM Music Fest. Rather proud. What's up, Stove? How you doing, man? You know, I was curious. I almost put something in here. Are you guys? Because I was having a discussion with some content creators. Are any of you guys like in those of you that aren't? Ooh. Pick up unknown item. Found some mushrooms. Are any of you guys worried about inflation at all? Like the state of the economy and whatnot? Canned peas. We got food. That's good. We're kind of lost in the and she just kind of came up out of nowhere, didn't she? We got to be getting close to lemongrass. Wild mushrooms, okay. We have the herbologist trait, so we're okay on food. Yeah, I'd say we're getting close. Cool, looks like we found a place. Where are we? Ah, we're I know where we are. We're near Akron. Very nice. Okay. Not Akron, but the bedroom community. We're going to go to my favorite spot up here. Hopefully we'll be able to do something. Inflation out of hand in the UK, 100 to 120 for a full tank of gas petrol. Sounds pretty out of hand to me. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's like I was talking to a friend of mine that's a little bit older, and he does a lot of investing, and he said this is the first time that he's ever experienced the fact that there's literally no place you can put your money. You know, usually when things go awry, you know, like say like if stocks start to go down, you know, you can put them in gold, you know what I mean? Or you can put them in commodities, that kind of stuff, right? But this is the first time that he's experienced where it's literally not a safe place for you to put in anything. Yeah, we're going to head up here. Who knows? Maybe we can find a car up here. But I was talking to some content creator friends, and, you know, it's about to get real for us. Fuck. I'm just, like, fucking off here. It looks like they took a chomp out of something. Talking to some content creator friends, and the challenge that they're going to have, right, that us are going to have is that if people start to lose their shit, right, as if their layoffs happen and things like that, if it turns into something really serious, then the creator economy is based on ads, you know, which companies are already starting to pull back from, and like gifts, donations, that kind of thing. So I imagine that it's gonna hit the content creators pretty hard. We're sitting at like almost $5 a gallon here down in the South. Now we're a little bit different than the rest of the country. I think like California, they have like a lot of like taxes that they put on gas. We're not. Ooh, there's another axe. I just don't know if I want to do it because I'm tired and I'm a little bit feeling it a little bit. Lots of jobs will go away. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, I mean, just kind of hang on to your hats, baby. One of the times where I'm kind of grateful that I have a job now, as opposed to trying to do this full time, because I know I've always said, hey, you know what, I eventually want to do this full time, and that hadn't changed. But I mean, I ain't gonna quit my day job anytime soon. Now with all the stuff, now I'm pretty lucky because we have a house, you know, with a fixed rate mortgage payment. You know, I'm in a like a, as far as property taxes are concerned, we have like we're in the Homestead Act because the house that we're in is at 20 years or older, so that will never change. So the only thing we have to really worry about is the rising cost of like insurance, you know, for the house. It will always be about the same. I know where I'm going, y'all. It's just gonna take me a hot minute to get there. Yeah, so like it would like ad rates and stuff. You would think like even a reduction of like say like 50 cents CPM. CPM is like per thousand. Nerd talk here. You would figure that you would be losing per 100,000 about $50 about $50 a deal. So if you're losing $50 a deal, you have $50 per what would that be per 100,000? That would come out to be about 500 per million views. And so like these bigger YouTubers, right? These ones that are getting 9 million views or whatever, that's a lot of money that would just disappear. That's half the price we're paying. Finally catching you live. Love the Zomboid streams. Hey, Alex, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna head to my favorite house. Now, we're dealing with a barricaded world, so the house is probably not gonna be secure. I'm just gonna hope that there's not gonna be as many zombies there. It'd be nice if we could find a flashlight because we're dealing with pitch black nights. So if I don't get there in time, I could be fucked. I'm gonna have to push forward pretty hard. There might be a flashlight in one of these cars. I just haven't had a chance to really stop because every time I turn around, I'm being followed by 50 zombies. I am going to have to hoof it here pretty quick. Considering what is going on, our atmosphere is about it's about to the right price now. Property taxes where I live are like 15 to 30K. Yeah, you live in like New Jersey, right? That's just crazy. You know how much my property taxes are? Much less than that. Wonder if I can get in here and maybe hide in the house. There's a house right there. Man. Looking like a good house right there. We'll move a little bit further down the road. If you kill the 50 Zeds, they won't follow you anymore. Dead Zeds aren't much fun. Dan Bear, how you doing, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well on this wonderful Friday. God, man, my kingdom. You see, I would be able to fix this so much easier if we were able to somehow, number one, get the Zeds off of us, but I could find a flashlight because I wouldn't be near as freaked out right now as I am. The road right there with an ass ton of zombies. This sure doesn't feel like very high zombie populations. This feels like insane zombie populations. Once I get to this place, this is where we're gonna be home. Now I've done this setup before, but I think it's just gonna be for the best. Ten years later, it is a nerf herder. $151 likes, very nice. What's up, Carson? How you doing? Just trying to stay off the road. I need to rest pretty badly. This right here is gonna make things really tough on me. I know, right? Did they procreate? You leave God. I don't know, man. It's very high populations. Usually I'm pretty able to deal with the very high populations, but with all the stuff, the barricaded world and stuff, it's made it a lot harder. There's a house. Barricaded. Barricaded. Damn it! Or is it? It might not be barricaded. Let's see if we can drag these guys around. Do this one more time. Maybe not. Fuck! Really got to watch out for that. I wanted to get in there. There's a way to get in. About to get dire. I need to rest. That wasn't very smart. I'm trapped. Not very smart. Oh my goodness. Not dead, baby, not dead. Not dead. The problem is we have no light. We're going to sleep here tonight. It ain't going to be the best sleep, but hey, you know what? Your character's so exhausted they barely survive and just go, not impressed, give me a bed and piss off, right? Oh. I wonder how many of them are in there. I'm just gonna try to be nice and quiet here. Wonder if I smoke a cigarette if they'll be able to smell it. Let's eat something. Don't eat those mushrooms. You should get the mod where you can chop Zed into meat. Chew quietly, right? I got lucky, man. I got lucky. I could have fallen. If I would have fallen, I would have been in trouble. But I got lucky. I was able to pull them in there and then run out. So they're gonna wreck that entire building because they're so pissed. But I don't know. This is a good time for a poll, isn't it? I'm gonna say, will I survive the night? There you go. Poll is up. Go ahead and I'm gonna be real interesting to see what you guys have to say. Will I survive the night? Simple yes or no, because I'm gonna have to sleep in here. It's gonna be just too dark for me to mess with this. Now, the thing is that as long as no one randomly jumps in, I don't think they can see me. So I think I'm going to be able to sleep here. Problem is if they do jump in while I'm asleep, I won't be able to see, especially if it's at night. I'm going to be a chicken, Salvatore. When you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do, right? Well, when you're in a chicken coop, you do what the chickens do, and that's the roost. So no chicken hawks can get you. And I think there are a lot of chicken hawks out there that are just dying to eat me up, right? Stone Savage, I'm a believer in new here too. Rock on, baby. And I'm not speeding up or anything. We're going to wait till about 2,200 hours, then we're going to go to sleep, and we'll see what happens. 160 likes. Wow, 40 from 200. That's crazy, man. Absolutely nuts. It's crazy, little girl. I don't know what. It's just, we'll blame it on the day. I don't know. It's crazy, like how different, depending on the thumbnails. Like if I put any thought into the thumbnails, then they tend to do some of the thumbnails tend to do better than others, you know. But we're sitting, for those of you guys that are just arriving here, this is Kiku. We've survived for 2 days and 12 hours, 34 zombies killed. We're a park ranger. This is 10 years later. High thirst, slow healer, prone to illness, a smoker, weak stomach, short-sighted. We're slow reader. We're stout. We're a hunter, herbalist, outdoorsman, and speed demon. We're playing with ridiculously rare loot, Barricaded World, 10 years later mod, as well as worst vehicle condition. We're currently stationed. We're kind of stuck in this area right here. This is the quiet bedroom community. We started in Akron, and we're just kind of like just trying to hang on till the morning. Not much on the TV, I guess, right? Maybe not. But they're right outside the door, y'all. There might be more than one. It gave me a multicolored like when I hit on 160 likes. Very nice. Thumbnails are great for attracting new folks. It certainly got me originally invested in the channel, but it's your chill vibes and great social chatter that kept me around. Calorie X, we have a great community here. I cannot complain about our community. It's funny because when I first started, I didn't even know how this was going to work. You know, because I'm older and you know, it was like, is anybody going to watch me? Is it going to really even matter? You know, or whatever. And it's turned into quite a community, kind of like a life of its own, which is really great because I never really wanted this. I mean, when I first started, I was like, okay, so I'm going to have a fan base and blah, 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 blah. But the more I get into, you know, I go on this journey as a streamer and a content creator, the more I realize it's not really about me. You know what I mean? It's about you guys. And I don't even look at it like it's like a fan base as much as it's a community of people that come together and hang out. That's how I look at it. It might be different from what everybody else is. Yeah, you sound like a YouTuber called something Falcon. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm thinking of Yippee-Ki-Yay. Yeah, it's Yippee-Ki-Yay, right, Scraff? It's Yippee-Ki-Yay, I think. Yippee-ki-yay, Falcon, I believe. All right, so 88% of you guys think that I'm going to survive this by falling asleep. I'm going to wait till about 2,300 hours so we're not just standing around in complete darkness. That I'm not waking up. 3 years ago, Drunk's voice is younger compared to today. Well, I bet so. I'm watching the stream because it's midnight now, so I'm like, yeah, why not? Salim, thank you. Tennessee, that's right. You know, it's funny, when you say TN, I always think that you're from, like, the state of Tennessee. Yeah, I think so, too. I think with YouTube being a very young demographic, well, it just goes to show you that there are actually all types of people on here, right? I mean, if you want to watch young YouTubers, then you can watch Minecraft videos, right? If you want a younger base. I think Project Zomboid lends itself to an older audience anyway. And the games I like tend to be a lot more for the older folks. And when I say older, I mean like 20-ish plus, 24, 25, something like that. True neutral, okay. That makes sense, Salim. All right, we're going to go to sleep at 2,300 hours. I'm holding off because I won this. And then once we get finished with this, we'll clear out all the zombies in our area and take over this area. Sounds about right. It's funny because you're talking about sounding younger. I had some guy on comment was like, "Oh my God, you've aged so much in 4 years." We're looking pretty good now. Yeah, I'm 30. Definitely don't feel like a spring lamb anymore. 30 sounds young compared to me. Drunk, the man, the myth, the silver fox with a golden voice. Hope you're well. What's up, XBGLD? Good to see you, my friend. I officially entered the old group with Drunk as I turned 40 today. There you go, Salvatore. Welcome in. Welcome on in. There's a spot for you. Just grab your depends and let's go play. Let's play checkers or something. All right, we're gonna sleep on the ground. Oh, such a bad deal, man. Well, looky, we survived. Guess I can turn that poll off now. 86% said that I would survive the night, with 14% saying no. Of course, I'm closing it now because people are jumping in going, oh, I'm going to do it. Soon I have the wheelchair to his streams. There you go. Come on, baby. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Get wrecked! Do you guys have a canned corn or something on you? We will go in here and check out this place. They've probably done a number on it. Gonna check around before I go in. Looking good. It looks safe-ish, you know? And he's probably here since the zombie apocalypse started, man. He's probably pretty stinky. Come on, baby. Give me something good. No food. We got food. Of course, I'm drowsy again. It's all right, though. Just need to clear these out and then go into that building and kind of hang out there. This will be the house. We'll be all right. As long as nothing comes up behind us. We don't have keen hearing, so... Very nice. Bottle of disinfectant I'll take. Hunting knife we'll take. Almost feel like we need to rest first, but or go to sleep. Hard of hearing is not free points anymore. You just think it is. It's not. Hard of hearing makes everything kind of like feel funny. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this. That right there, we're really drowsy. It's gonna chew into our points. So we're just gonna, as long as no one's following us, we're gonna go inside. That's the reason why I got it. I'm going to stop this for a second. Christian Smith, a member for 3 months on the road to fame and fortune. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the hours you spend out of your day to do all these brilliant streaming videos coming out. Thank you. Thank you again. You're very welcome, man. I'm just glad that you're able to enjoy them, to be honest with you. I do appreciate it. Hard of hearing is great if you're just gonna pop some metal music and stream. Hard of hearing messes with direction of sound now.
Devil's Master 999 subscribe to the channel.
666 Devil Master 999. Thank you for the subscription, my friend. Welcome, my friend. Moving us one step closer to internet fame, fortune, and glory. I appreciate you, man. How the hell are you? Yeah, I appreciate that, Chris John Smith. I really do. I'm just glad that there are people out there that enjoy this stuff, and enjoy watching. I will say this, that we're gonna go ahead and clear all these guys out. If I get too tired. Maybe we're not. There's another one coming. I'm going to have to bust down that window, aren't I? Oh, feels bad, man. Feels bad. Well, this is the problem with this, right? Make sure nothing heard me. Another poll. Let's do another poll. Because here's the problem with us going into this building is it's completely it's completely done cut off. Like I'm not gonna be able to get out unless I can run upstairs and jump out a window. The question is gonna be, is there a zombie in here? There we go. I'm going to give you guys a second to... Whew. Nothing in there. Let's see if there's any food. We're actually... okay. And the answer is no. %68 said yes. That was just a real quick one-off poll right there for you. That interior is just like my home. Well, I'm going to need to maybe rest here. We got a can of peas I can eat. Maybe rest here. Do we have any books at all? I don't think we do. But we are tired. Yeah, no, it didn't take very long, did it? There is no Zeds, bro. Yeah, that side door isn't though. Was that side door open? Did I miss it? Maybe I missed it. We have peanut butter and stuff. We can get through this night. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat something, maybe smoke a cigarette, and tomorrow we'll go ahead and disinfect some of these rags. Too bad I can't use the bleach to disinfect, right? I mean, you could probably disinfect rags with bleach, can't you? Can't you? Yeah, but not your wounds. 194, I think your stream is a few minutes behind check. What? You should eat the peas first. The peas are not, I don't have to eat the peas because it's a canned piece, so we haven't opened them yet, so we're fine on that. I got a cockroach. I got lemongrass. Lemongrass, what does that do? Eat to soothe bouts of food poisoning, so we're okay on that. I'm going to speed this through. We're going to get bored, but I'm going to sleep. We can get a full night's sleep, and then I'll start to... you never tell if that's Super Survivors or something else. Super Survivors. But they're already gone. So annoying. They're really close. What about all the crickets in the bedroom with all that grass now? I know, right? What is your fave car in Project Zomboid or like ever? 194 likes. Very nice. So we're almost up to 200. I can't believe it. That NPC might have just attracted more Zeds to your location. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. That's the problem with NPCs is they just like they're not thinking in terms of like how they should be thinking. And he could also be if we see forced NPC on right here, forced PvP on, then we know that they're coming to try to kill us. They could also be ooh, that's close. Damn it. Son of a bitch. What's up, Gary? Dumb NPCs. Fuck, man. What's wrong with these people? Will you ever stream multiplayer? I have GG plays. The answer is yes. Are the NPC mods or a new update? They're mods. We're playing with I forget what it's called. It's 2-in-1 something or another Survivor. I really wish they'd go away. Does the vegetation affect the moodles? I don't think it does. Good as new, baby. I think this is going to be my forever home. Now, will I be able to sleep with all that racket going on outside? Table locks the door. I didn't even think about it. How about you? But I slept like a baby. I don't think I did unlimited ammo for these guys. I think that they just happened to find a bunch of ammo, I'm guessing. Of course, the zombies didn't even hear them hardly. Go ahead and finish out clearing these guys out. See, they're not even reacting to it, so it's kind of a weird deal. Maybe they are. Force PvP on, which means that there's a somebody lurking around here. Kind of curious where they are. We've already been in here. You don't want to come. You don't want to join my group, dog. Well, that was it for that house. So can the NPCs PvP you? Yes, they can. It could be a very big problem. Luckily for me, they've it looks like they've cleared out this entire area, or they've at least moved them. We'll go up to the street and maybe look for a for cars. Maybe there might be like a couple more things that we can grab. Might be able to find like I don't know, like a Ooh, a spear. Is that a spear? Looks like maybe a nightstick. Beggars can't be choosers. So nice. So be nice to the PC. Yes. Well, you can actually tell if they're going to get you because they're red. Go ahead and use my knife. If we come down this way, we're going to be heading towards Raven's Creek, which is going to be just a shit show. I'm going to see if maybe there's any cars that we can maybe loot. And then we'll start to walk our way back up. Usually there's cars down here. That's the reason why I say that. Nothing in there. Looks like there's not going to be any cars down here. Go ahead and start searching. Should have plenty of cars. I know, little girl, but you know who else, what else is going to be there? Like a gazillion zombies. All the zombie bros will be down there. We did that the last time with insane zombie populations, and there were like, I mean, it was like unwieldy, to say the least. I think I went through like 1,100 or something. But we can start to maybe... either work on spears or start to get axes, because we have a XP boost in axes. Axe, hammer, knife, and spear. We need a poisonous mushrooms, right? But we can make ourselves a hammer. Just forage around a little bit. More poisonous mushrooms. I'm not a big fan of spears early on because they break so easily. And see, I mean, really, honestly, I get what people are saying. They're like, yeah, you know, you really should use spears. You really should use spears because it's an infinite resource or whatever. But you know, you could also argue that you could use not spears, but what do you call it? Axes, right? Almost as infinite. Look at there. Oh yeah, little wild cabbage. Ginseng's actually really good. $101.74 for ginseng. Wow. At this rate, we're gonna be able to get our foraging up to level 4. I like knives and long blades. Well, see, we are our XP. What we should really focus on is going to be axe, right? And short blade. Plus 75% there, plus 75% there. That'd probably be the best, our best use of stuff for right now. And now that we're kind of settled, we have a place that we can stay at. What we'll probably end up doing is maybe start heading out and looking for like items. 8 radish seeds and 1 wild radish. Like a bowl so we can make a fruit salad or a vegetable salad. Cooking pot. And that kind of stuff. Did you read Herb's list yet, Drunk? What the hell are you talking about? Sex thing.
Getulio Souza subscribed to the channel.
Mr. and Mrs. Suzio, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Moving us one step closer to internet fame, fortune, and glory, and 20,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. Come on in, take your shoes off, get comfortable. We are about 2 hours and 24 minutes in, so probably another 30 minutes, 40 minutes before we finish with this. Man, there are lots of poisonous mushrooms, aren't there? So what we're doing is we're gonna move our way up to level 4. Then we have a book. We'll eat something. Tomorrow we'll probably head out into the wild blue yonder, looking for heading back into the town. Now, one of the problems with having super survivors on is they loot shit for you. Wow, it's really crazy the amount of tree branches we're finding. Herbs list. I have herbalist, yeah. I've already I chose that as one of the knowing that this was going to be a tough run. I chose that as one of the one of my initial traits. So what we need is a bowl. I need a pot, a cooking pot. I need other things too. Flashlight. We don't need weapons. That's not that important, right? Did they steal your stuff? They didn't steal my stuff because I didn't put anything. It's all on me. But yes, that is something I have to worry about. Them damn thieves. So one of the things that I learned, and they might have changed this, One of the things I've learned as far as branches everywhere, man. One of the things I've learned as far as making spears, you can, if you do a chipstone, right? If you make a spear from a chipstone as opposed to a knife, it won't chew up your knife, which is very nice. They might have changed that. And if they haven't yet, they probably will. I'm just gonna roll with this until we get to the level 4 because we have a book. What is this? More lemongrass. Oh, does Chipstone break now? Okay. I know that they didn't. Can NPCs climb ropes? I don't know. Maybe? Actually, they couldn't before, so I don't know. Level 4 foraging. Very nice. So we have a book that I can read. We're allowed to get to level 5 and 6. We got food. 1550. Something.
Jason Stewart subscribed to the channel.
Jason Stewart, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Moving us one step closer to internet fame, fortune, and glory. What we're going to do is I'm going to pull off... Weird, it won't let me, it's not gonna let me, let's remove this vegetation. Nope, it's not gonna let me do it. Weird. That's fine. There we go. So they keep just so they can't get in. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and drop this right here. Fresh wild mushroom. We'll go ahead and eat the radish. Eat the mushrooms. They're in my house again. Them sons of bitches. The entire cabbage is minus 28. I got a couple stone axes as well. Someone created a mod that ages the vanilla cars with moss and rust. I saw that. Yeah, it's just the vanilla cars though. Safer to put right after the stairs. Yeah, you're probably right. I think I do it right here, right? There we go. Good call, good call. The ginseng's actually good because it helps with your endurance. $210 likes. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Nelly sings you. Abba, you must be like my lucky charm or something because whenever you're here, we seem to get like a lot more people. You need 2 tables though. Why do I need 2 tables? Oh, that's why I said vanilla cars. Yeah, that's the reason. I looked at that KVK, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to stick with just vanilla cars, you know? We were able to settle down here. I had one like close call, and other than that, it's been pretty. Everything's been roses. Nelly sings. That's who I'm talking about, Salim. I wish I can play on your multiplayer server, but I'm in South Africa and we'll get a high ping. Probably so. GG plays. You can always try it. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we have a pretty damn good server. I know that there are people that play overseas. So I mean, it might not be as high as you think. You can always try. Well, at least we got this room back to normal. We're going to need to do other things. I might turn off survivors after this stream. Yeah, you need mods that have cars that run better off-road, so need to research all the cars. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they if the stuff on the road really makes much of a difference, to be honest with you. It might just be all skin, you know what I mean? It might just give you like the look, you know? Of an apocalyptic world 10 years later. It's not going to let me do it because of the super survivors. That's really annoying. Well, cool. 4 days, 10 hours, 68 zombies killed. Get that Jeep Wrangler, right? I agree, turn them off. It's kind of annoying. Well, I thank you, but I think it's you, Drunk. Oh, maybe not. Probably not. I'll try 100% because on a South African server, I got a bug that deleted my dude. So and I was in Louisville. I need to go back to Louisville. I haven't been to Louisville in like a hot minute. Jacob Hammer, thank you so much for the fame, fortune, and glory. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. For those of you that don't know, if you sponsor the channel, you get a number of things. You get emotes, first of all, that you can spam all in chat. But really, the real big benefit, other than just like supporting me, which I do appreciate it. But the other thing that's kind of a cool thing is I have a private server on my Discord. And it's for sponsors and people that if you can't afford to be a sponsor, you can just, if you on my Discord and you just kind of like just talk and share stuff and things like that, eventually you get to what's called a pros pro level on the Discord, and it opens right up for you. Now, Jacob, if you want to take advantage of that, what you need to do is you need to log onto my Discord. There's a link in the description below, and us punks got to stick together. You know it, baby. You know it. You can do that, and you can connect your YouTube to Discord, and it opens right up. There you go. Lots of goodness stuff, man. I need to do that. Keep the NPCs on there interesting and entertaining. The problem with the NPCs right now is that I can't really fast forward. When they get close, it automatically like turns off. See what I'm talking about? It just turned off. I could always kill that guy, I guess. We'll go ahead and read this. I could make some sheet rope out one of these windows and kind of crawl up and down. Since they can't move stuff. Yep, I'm in the Discord. Very good. The biggest benefit of being a sponsor is that Drunk will be sure to mangle your name on a regular basis. Luckily for me, I have a bot that like mangles it first. I go, oh, that's how they say it. And then I mangle it right back. They're just wandering downstairs. I got to go. Good night, everyone, and Drunk. Take care, everyone. Hey, Salim, thank you so much. You have a good night's sleep. I'll see you, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I will be playing Project Zomboid again tomorrow. Probably this character right here. I'm actually about to stop, and we're going to go into fanboying the Thursdoid. I don't know if any of you guys saw the Thursdoid or not. But it came out yesterday afternoon, and there's some really good stuff. So be sure to stick around. And if you haven't, you can always watch this. Those windows look like they do not drop you outside, but right onto the first floor. Yeah, I think that you can go. There's another window over on this side I think I can do. Let's go ahead and fanboy it. You guys want to? Let's see. Where is it? Where's the Thursdoid? And you guys can tell me what you think. All right, so they just came out June 23rd, Migration versus Craft. This is the new Thursdoid. If you guys don't know, you can always go to projectzomboid.com and you can check out the latest news. It's going to tell you, it's basically the devs like just basically talk to you about like what's coming up, and they talk about some of the problems they have, and they hint at stuff, and they also lead you to believe that they're closer than what they actually are to finishing something up. Just joking, Zomboid developers. But anyway, this is the Migration versus Craft. And there's a couple of interesting things that I found on here. First of all, there's a Steam summer sale. So if you guys want to play Project Zomboid but have been waiting for the sale, this is the sale. They do it about twice a year or 3 times a year. This is 33% off, which means it's going to be probably about $12. Usually it goes for about $20. It's very much worth $20. It's probably worth $40 at this point. But $12 don't suck. You know, I mean, that's for sure. Anyway, hello, survivors. Today marks the beginning of one of the most significant and important periods in modern world's social and religious calendar, the Steam Summer Sale. Because of this, you existing survivors will no doubt get a little swamped with all the fresh meat turning up for the PZ grinder. The Zomboid community has always been amazing in terms of supporting new players, and this time won't be any different, but our tech and support teams will be working flat out most likely. As such, we just thought we'd say that entirely fictitious and non-existent bonus spiffo points will be available for those who jump into threads to give advice or survival tips to survivors fresh to the Nox event. So there you go. If you can get the 4-pack, it's worth it. Exactly. It's a donkey carrot stick news site. Yeah, right? It is. It kind of is. But that's all right. That's all right. I mean, because, they have these plans and it comes out. At least they're not like leading you on and not like delivering. When they do deliver, it's a big thing. Patch 41.72. We're at like 41.71 right now. We're still working on the next update to build 41, which we are hoping to release to an unstable beta as soon as we possibly can. The holdup is due to us wanting to smooth out MP multiplayer issues that arise when driving alongside or in the same car as players with a far higher or lower ping than yourself. It becomes a very stop-start and quite unplayable. I haven't run into that. I think it's a very much a random use case, right? These are essentially the edge case. Yeah, edge cases, they call it. Ramifications of the necessary decision we made to remove physics calculations from the server, but there are a lot of people playing PZ these days, so edge cases aren't an inconsiderable number of players. Yeah, I haven't run into any of those problems. But then again, I play on a U.S. server with people, and most of the time I don't play with anybody on the multiplayer because I don't know. I don't know what the reason why, but I don't. The multiplayer team has put up a lot of work into improving this over the past 2 weeks, and as soon as we've had a successful internal test with our latest changes, we'll feel in position to punt the build out onto unstable. Unstable, you guys, is I will back up my save branch just in case some of you guys that might not know. That's basically we're on like the stable branch. And I just kind of live there now. I used to be on the backup my save, but it's not that big of a deal. Especially the changes are usually pretty minor right now. A top line of major changes in 41.72 includes fellow players optionally visible on the in-game map, which I'm not sure if I like. Basically, what that's going to mean is if the server settings allow you to do it, you can actually see. I guess it's going to show you little dots in your map on your Zomboid map is for where people are, which I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not, especially if you're on a PvP server, right? New sound effects and a new music track, polished emotes, and a new way for players to be able to identify exactly which mods are misbehaving when they throw errors. That is cool because errors come and go. We don't get a lot of errors because I've been playing this for so long. I kind of have mods that I know that are reliable, and I know a lot of the modders, so I know who to choose as far as like what to package in. And luckily for me, even the ones that I don't choose, I haven't had any break on me yet. Also, an admin brush tool letting server chiefs paint items and walls, etc., into an ongoing game, and reams of small bug issues. So that's really good for those of you that have multiplayer servers. KPK, who's an admin for my server, he can actually do things that can make things more fun. Additions that have gone in over the last 2 weeks also include a huge amount of polish to the game's food and recipes, which I haven't seen yet. I haven't really been. No, granted, we play with like really hard settings. Filling in illogical gaps, expanding recipes, making foodstuffs previously absent from food crafting part of the system, and making sure that you can no longer store a football in a toaster, which is probably a good thing. Footballs do not fit in toasters. They just don't. I played it on a 1050 Ti. I call BS. Are you guys telling me Zomboid will run on a 1060? Damn, what? It should run, Gabriel Costa. It should run. You should be all right. Like, why won't it run on a goddamn GTX 1066 gig? Okay, so skills. The reason why, like, you guys don't need to focus so much on GPU as CPU. Project Zomboid's all like RimWorld. It's very CPU oriented. So if you have like a weak ass CPU, you might have a harder time running it than if you had if you're running a weak ass CPU next to a friggin' made from God GPU, then you're going to have troubles running it. You really are. Depends on, but I mean, most people can run it still. It's not it doesn't take up too much CPU resources until you start to do what I do. We just like add super survivors and like an insane amount of zombies. And even then you can kind of like bring it down a little bit. You can bring it down with like by going to the options and doing things like not having a lot of blood. You can kill the blood altogether. You can kill the zoom outs. So you just bring it in closer. I think it's closer, right? Yeah, if you zoom out, it's gonna lower your FPS. But if you zoom in, it's gonna bring it in a little bit closer, and it won't affect the FPS as much. I ran it on an i25 100K CPU. Yeah, a third generation IC will do high pop. There you go. So as long as you're not doing that, but you can also do like you can do like at the corpses or anything lying on the ground, you can make those disappear. All sorts of stuff to kind of make it to where it's playable for you. An improvement beneath the hood to foraging, meaning that a game will be able to recognize polygonal foraging zones on the map rather than the more inaccurate squares and rectangles it currently works with. I have no idea what that means. I'm guessing that it means that like if you're like beside the road, it's gonna register as beside the road as opposed to on, I guess. The map team are also currently gearing up to do a final export of the current Build 41 map ready for 41.72 unstable release. This will contain all the polish recently mixed into the main map, after which the team will turn to concentrate purely on mapping new areas beyond the current boundaries. There's nothing in this map update. We are primarily releasing it so that all the map bugs the community has been reporting are fixed before the team moves on to Build 42 content. But there are a few treats. Improved farms and farmsteads and readiness for 42's animals. These include scarecrows that can be dressed up in the same way as shop mannequins, which is pretty cool. I wonder if that will actually help you with your farming. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't have a scarecrow, then you have a better chance of like crops getting eaten by predators or whatnot, right? Specifically blackbirds and stuff. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Improved rich district houses in Louisville, which is the reason why I really think we should go to Louisville. Various new tiles like baby cribs, heavy factory machinery, standing floor lamps, farm-related tiles, ATM machines, heavy safes, medical-related tiles, and new car wash tiles. And no, baby cribs are not a harbinger of baby Zeds, just so you know. The reason why they're not doing babies and they don't do like young adults, I guess, everybody's an adult in this game, is because they'd have to change their rating. If they had to change their rating, then suddenly less people would be able to buy it. We're now at a point at which increasingly becomes a pain keeping 41 and 42 content separate on our internal build. That's good news for us, because that means that it's getting closer and closer. I'm going to guess, and I might be wrong about this, that it'll probably come out around Christmas. That gives them about 6 more months, maybe a little bit less than 6 months to do it. Just want to point out that it has some integrated graphics card on a notebook, and it couldn't run the 3D update for Zomboid. Would crash after 5 minutes. Oh yeah, when they went from build 40 to build 41, that's when a lot of people got cut out. Before then, you could run it the same way that you could run it on a RimWorld thing. It was like one of those low res things that you could actually run it on. We won't be calling time on 41 patches anytime soon. Super soon. We'll leave it to polished and stable, but we're certainly now well on our way to flipping the switch and working purely on Build 42 content. Like I said, I think it's going to come out a lot quicker than we think. I think it maybe maybe around Christmas. That's what I'm gonna guess. 6 months. 42 content. Here we go. We haven't spotlighted much from the Build 42 recently, partly because one of its primary coders has been seriously ill, and partly because a lot of what's been done recently isn't super visual yet. However, if you'll forgive the primarily textual blog, here are a few updates on what's been happening. First, from our newly healthy Turbo, who is responsible for a crafting update. This is going to be really cool, y'all. This is going to be really cool, and I'm fanboying this, but I really can't wait for this to come out, because what they're going to do. The new craft update introduces a good bunch of new professions, new items, crafting trees, and professional workstations, as well as some other changes to how the game code creates and records things. That's going to be really fucking cool, because what that means is that if you're going to be a carpenter, that you might not do so well as an electrician, and vice versa. I imagine that means it's going to give more room for books. So the books stuff will expand. To explain what I'm currently working on and why I'll focus on a few aspects of the update. Crafted items that have more RPG-like variable attributes that are based on the crafter's skill, and stats of input items that may also influence the attributes of a final output item. Both of those are really, really freaking cool. It basically means that if you're a skilled artisan, is that an artisan? Would that be like a carpenter or something, right? And you make something with your skill, then it's going to be naturally better. It's going to be really cool for multiplayer. Kind of interesting to see what will happen with single player, because like when you're a single player, you tend to like stack stuff, right? Like you're a metal worker one day, and then you're a electrician the next, or whatever. So as an example, we are currently working on crafting that will occur deep into the apocalypse. So a blacksmith may be making a hammer, which requires a wooden tool handle and hammerhead as the input. The wooden tool handle may have a quality and condition attribute with values that are based on the skill of the carpenter who made it, and perhaps of the quality of the wood used by them. Likewise, the hammerhead may have similar attributes based on the skills of the blacksmith who made it and the attributes of the ore iron used in the craft. What's really important about this is that what it's going to lead into is that you're going to be able to start a world 50 years from now. You know what I mean? 50 years after the zombie apocalypse, where cars aren't a thing, and hopefully they'll have horses and stuff. I don't know if they're going to implement it. Everything that I've seen has been like deer and things like that. But hopefully, maybe they might have horses where you can actually do stuff like attach a horse and buggy and like romp around Knox County, right? Mixing into this, we have to take into account aspects such as skill levels of the crafter, and also taking a random factor so that not everything produces of uniform quality. The attribute system I'm currently working on should help these kinds of things, and it will not only be used for the new stuff in 42's crafting update, but we'll be able to refactor things currently in the game's existing crafting systems to work with it all really easily. Lastly, a simple use case example, and this is an example, not a promise of items inclusion. Consider a shotgun item that can be crafted with attributes like damage, range, and condition based on the skills of the player who's been upgrading, improving, and caring for it. The shotgun is then crafted into a new shotgun trap item where the attributes of the original shotgun are copied over. The trap item is placed on the world, as we call it, in an ISO object, and the attributes are once again carried over to it. The range and damage attributes are now being used for the trap's code. The trap gets triggered a few times, lowering the condition attribute. So what they're saying basically is that you're gonna build something based on your skill. Once you build it, when you put it out into the world, it's gonna slowly deteriorate, based on that stuff. Another player decides to disassemble the trap to retrieve the shotgun from it, and the newly instanced shotgun item copies the attributes from the trap, and we end up with the correct damage and range values as it was originally crafted with. However, it now has the lowered condition due to its activity while it's being used in the trap. So somebody steals your shit, right? That's basically if somebody steals your shit, then you pick it up, then suddenly you have a shotgun, but it's not. It could be a crappy shotgun. It could be a well-made shotgun in the beginning, but because has been used in this trap, it's gonna reduce in quality. All right, so here's the stuff that I've been looking at. Okay, so animos. Or is it animals? Animals. Le animo. Or as us dumb Americans call it, animals. RJ is busy working on animals. Okay, so everyone that's outside of your current surroundings in PC don't really exist. It exists as a meta. It isn't streamed in, and the game calculates hordes moving around in distant places. That's the whole thing of like a reason why you can set fire in one area, walk away, and come back like 10 days later and it's still on fire. It's because it doesn't, once you leave an area, it forgets stuff. And that's the reason why they're able you're able to trying to navigate this whole CPU thing by adding more stuff in is going to be kind of difficult. This is how they're dealing with that. For animals, however, this needs to change somewhat. You need to be able to travel the distance of the map, but for the game to still remember things about them that don't matter for shambling zombies. Animals need to age, eat, and drink. If you leave them too long, they can't be in perfect condition when you get back. They most likely need to be dead. Not only are there lots of, they most likely need to be dead. So not only are there lots of things to consider with the animal, but there could also be a lot of them on the map. Although we're not 100% on our final list, we have models for rats, for squirrels, larger birds, deer, and domesticated animals. So we're going to get our dogs, baby. I'm excited about that. So even though the game knows everything about them and their movement, there's a risk that when they're properly streamed, it might get too intensive for the CPU. To avoid this, I have coded it so that their stats, hunger, thirst, age, etc., are updated every in-game hour. So in other words, if you exit a game, it might not have stored your stats for that game, I guess. I don't know. Realistically, you'll likely only have 1 or 2 cows, but if you want to breed rats for some inexplicable reason, you could end up with a ton of them. We don't want players with 100 plus animals having their stats updated every tick, or things could melt. As such, animals won't be updated real time when they're off screen, except for animals in a migration path, which they're going to talk about here in a second, but they'll update themselves once more returns to them. Once you or anyone else returns to them, so be sure to fill up their breeding trough before you head out on a loot run. So they're going to do migrations, which is kind of a cool concept for deer especially. I imagine that would be for other ones too. We don't want wild animals to always spawn in the same place, so for creatures like deer, we need to have them follow a set path, as they usually do in real life. This is done through additions that Tim has made to World Z, and where we can simply draw all the paths that the animals could take, with nodes all along where they can eat, drink, etc. It'll be up to the player to try to understand and learn these paths, so you'll know where you could find your animals to hunt. We can also perhaps provide lootable items that can mark up rough hunting trails on your in-game map too. This aspect of animals will be updated in the meta though, as animals need to always be on the move, and some animal paths will cross with others, meaning that a group of deer could decide to change its path if it chooses to. A deer group will contain all relevant members of the deer family. If you kill the buck in a deer group, you won't have fawns for quite some time until they find another buck to add to their game. So technically, I guess you could make all animals extinct by doing this if you aren't real careful. Imagine with multiplayer, that might be a kind of a pain in the ass. As such, it'll be important for players to recognize what animals they should kill, which are still too young, which might be pregnant, etc. It's not done for Bill 42 yet, but we are planning tracking to an extent via the deer excrement they leave behind in its freshness, all discovered via the foraging system, which means that they probably add like maybe a scout trait or something like that, or maybe a scout occupation where you can actually like do things with hunting that you wouldn't be able to do with other things. This way, you'll start to know on your server or game which path the animals are currently on and could easily track back to them and collect your meat. Once again, this aspect isn't 100% up for inclusion yet, but hopefully shines a light on our plans. This last little bit is they're basically hiring. They're hiring if you happen to be an animations engineer or technical wizard. You can always apply if you want. Pretty cool. Hey, Drunk, just wanted to pop in, toss your stream a like, and let you know that I shared some edited multiplayer PZ content on your Discord. It's under the Promote Yourself section. Hey, Smoking GM, I'll take a look at it. Thank you very much. Thank you for popping in, too. Give me a dog to fetch them tree branches. That would be cool. What about cats? What about cats, Triple G? Maybe they'll give you cats. You don't even play the game. You just hang out with us. Do you play the game? Yeah, so that's pretty much what they're doing for this week. And I got to be honest with you. Bill 42 is going to come, and it's going to be pretty exciting. I think that the Project Zomboid team has done a really good job up to this point. And I trust that it's going to be the crafting and the RPG elements is going to be a game changer in terms of like what you can choose and what you can, especially like, right now with single player or even multiplayer, if you want to be an electrician, it's just a matter of like, dismantling a bunch of watches and you're an electrician, right? With this, I think that it's going to like change things in the fact that if you're primarily, say, like a fighter and you're just going to be dumb as hell when it comes to electronics, it's going to take you a long time to do it. And anything, in my opinion, anything that slows the early game down is a good thing. Burning bags of poop on safe house doorsteps. There you go. They're really putting some thought into this. The creator sounds like a perfectionist. Lemmy is really like very much that's the reason why there's like so long between like these major updates is because he's very this is his baby, and for a lot of these guys, RJ and those people, it's like their baby. So they take things personally when you don't like things, which I know some of you guys have probably been banned from the Steam talks, this discussion groups or whatever. They take things really personally when you're really negative about it, and they fret over this. When 42 comes out, there'll be a lot of hand wringing and all sorts of stuff from the developers because they'll be worried about what people will think. They'll be worried about like how it'll integrate, all that stuff. Triple G is the current leader on the Last Man Standing Challenge, Drunk. He's quietly been clearing the whole damn map between Muldrow and Rosewood. I knew it. A timeshare PC. I use it only in the summer. They are just making the game good, and I love it. It's very nice. Very nice. Well, that's the update right there. I'd love to see what you guys think, and if you guys are watching this on a VOD, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And honestly, let me know what you think as far as that stuff. But I think we're done here, man. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. I'll be here tomorrow, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for the new sponsors, new YouTube members, as well as all you subs that have come in and given me love, as well as all the new people just kind of lurking here. I appreciate you. I really do. If you want to join my Discord, you can. You'll recognize a lot of the faces, same names on that and all that. This is a passion project. It is a passion project. 10 years in the making. Indeed. We'll be here with more Project Zomboid tomorrow. I'm going to continue on with this 10 years later run. May as well, You guys have a good Friday. Don't do anything I wouldn't do tonight. And I will see you guys on the Flizzy. Oh, shizzle. Y'all take care. Nelly sings. Thank you so much. Ian, KPK, Jacob, Hammer, Triple G, Rick Moser, GG Plays. Appreciate the little girl. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.